What is going on, fellers? Just relaxing before I have to do a bunch of crap later today. It is 11 in the morning. Once it's noon, I'll get started on all the crap I gotta do. But for now, it's time to chill out. God, I swear, the older you get, the more desperate you are for free time. That seems to be the most valuable thing to me these days, is finding time to fuck off and relax, help keep myself from going nuts, do things that keep me healthy enough to survive, or at least try to, right? That's what sucks about this world. It's a world where half the time you have no fucking control over what's going on. Sometimes more than half the time, depending on how lucky you are, you know? Like if you're a baby in Gaza, you can kiss your ass goodbye, right? Don't have any chance of escaping that hell situation. Or a child in Yemen, Sudan, Congo, Jesus Christ, right? And a few other fucking places. Pretty nuts. Got such a fucked up world right now. Well, it's always been a fucked up world, but it's pretty fucked up this past year. This year sucked. This year was shit. What a shit year. I am waiting for that motherfucking Elden Ring DLC to come out. That's how desperate for a decent game I am. I don't think 2023 was a great year for gaming. I don't. I fucking don't. And I know a lot of people laugh at me for saying that, or disagree, or whatever, but you guys are, well, I don't want to sound like a total asshole, but you got low standards, and you're kind of dumb. At least in the gaming world, when it comes to demanding quality and being reasonable as a gaming customer on what you should fucking be getting from these evil corporations that don't give a fuck about you. They could at least make a goddamn decent game. But we live in a heavily capitalistic world where video games have become very mainstream over the past 20-ish years. And because of that, greedy dickheads showed up to take advantage of people more often. So, as a result, gaming becomes less commie and it becomes more capitalist. And we got more capitalist bullshit like microtransactions, unfinished launches, lying to the customers' faces, you know. You could argue this kind of thing was always a thing in gaming to a degree. Everything does cost money, right? Like, how much are you charging, and how badly are we getting fucking ripped off, right? And you could argue a lot of things back in the 80s and 90s in gaming were a rip, you know? Fucking coins, arcade machines sucking your coins dry, you know, giving you jack shit for lives and making the games, like, exceedingly difficult, at least when it comes to staying alive and not losing tons of lives, you know? I think of games like the Simpsons arcade, for example. It's a pretty hard game. You gotta be pretty good to hang in there and do damage to the enemies and not get too hurt yourself. And you can get beaten down and killed pretty easily, and yeah. There's the Captain America Avengers SNES/arcade experience. You ever play the arcade version? Holy shit. Yeah, pretty hard. At least for beginners. So yeah, you're gonna die a lot and spend a lot of coins. My brother Tom and his buddy Glenn back in the day, they were at old Fiesta, Texas, or whatever they fucking called it back then. I think it was called Fiesta, Texas back then. They call it Six Flags now. I don't know. The amusement park, the local amusement park in our city, right? They went there, and yeah, at the time they had the Captain America Avengers arcade, and apparently my brother and Glenn stood there, playing this arcade for like an hour and 2 hours, some shit, just killing time all day, just playing that, no lifing it up, and they beat it, barely. They spent like, I think like $50 or something, like what the fuck? So yeah, You could argue this shit's always been in gaming to a degree, you know? But I would argue there's a happy medium, a middle ground. Somewhere around the 80s, there was a gaming crash around Atari and slightly before Nintendo got invented, you know, stuff like that. But eventually, the NES came out, and it was the home gaming console. You could play it as long as you wanted. You had save modes, like in the original Zelda, like you could save and stuff. That was not really a thing in gaming. The thought of having a life and having to get up and walk away from the video game from time to time, yeah, that was an afterthought apparently. But someone thought of it in the 80s. Uh-oh. What am I doing? I gotta get my juice on. Whoa, I'm gonna fall off the map. Ow, he stabbed me in the back, that dude. Just for that. Pow! Right in the jugular. Game over, dickhead. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, games, when they were coming up in the back in the day. The home gaming console experience. 2-player, and then eventually N64 4-player. And then after N64, consoles like PS2 and Xbox, you know, 4-player, online stuff. I think right about fucking there is when gaming was at its best. And then what did we get after the original Xbox and the PS2? We got the 360 and the PS3 that have all these console issues. You have to get them repaired all the time. Like, this sucks. You know, online fees, what the fuck, right? But at least the games were still good at that moment, you know? We had games like Halo 3 and Halo Reach and Gears of War and even Call of Duty. Even Cock-a-Doodle wasn't as bad as it is today, you know? A mediocre shooter, I would argue. But then around the time of 2010, phone games started becoming popular. And don't get me wrong, it's great that games are on phones. Granted, they pretty much suck dick compared to what I'm playing now. But I'm glad that exists, so it can get more people into gaming. And, you know, because there was a time where if you played video games, you were looked at as a giant piece of shit. Someone who should be hated, you know? Whether it's, oh, this is how you spend your time, being a useless video gamer, you know? Like, fuck you, dude. We all need to take a break and chill out and get out of reality, which, you know, is horrifying. There are children being bombed right now. There's like a child being bombed every like 15 fucking minutes or something like that, they said. So yeah, by the time I'm done making this video, there'll be like 3 or 4 more dead kids. Great. So anyway, yeah. But the phone games included microtransaction bullshit, which is a business model that's really disgusting. It preys upon those that don't have the greatest willpower. Even myself, I have pretty good willpower, but I'm not completely immune to it. I'm not gonna lie. I had a rough day. I'm not thinking clearly or straight. I just want to get a new game and relax or whatever, you know, and I didn't do all my research, and I got a microtransaction game. Fuck. Or I got a game that was a complete ripoff. Fuck. Or I got a game that was clearly unfinished. Callisto Protocol. That fucking piece of shit. You know, like, I want my fucking money back. But yeah, whatever, dude. You know, like, no one's perfect. But, microtransaction games, that's not a thing that you look at and go, oh, they just messed up. Everyone makes mistakes, it's fine. No, microtransactions in video games, this corporate model of business is deliberate. It's not an accident. It's, you know, fucking wallet rape bullshit. It's horrible. And yes, I know I shouldn't use that term like that. But you know what I mean. Like, fucking terrifying. Terrifying corporate bullshit. Here to destroy all. And it's doing just that, right? We got huge climate change issues, you know. Mining the planet dry of all kinds of precious earth minerals and stuff. Yeah, we're, you know, polluting the seas like crazy, killing off all the corals. These beautiful, exotic underwater things are now all just brown and gross looking. And dead. Yeah, doing all kinds of horrible stuff. Yeah, the real world is awful. So yeah, it makes sense that people want to play games and escape their horrible reality. Reality is fucked up. Reality is fucked up. Most humans are decent enough, I'd argue, but most humans are right-wing or libs, I would argue, I think. I think hardly any of them are truly leftists. And in their defense, it's hard to be a leftist, you know? Like, everybody hates you. Well, not everybody, but, you know, all the ignorant people definitely do. Oh, cool. That was funny. But being a leftist means you have to be a little bit annoying, you know? You're always that person who's like, hey, this is fucked up. We need to fix that so that nobody gets hurt. Like, oh, but I'm tired. I'm busy. I'm lazy. So, yeah, we come off as kind of annoying, but leftists are good because they call out what's really fucking stupid. Like microtransactions. That's why Jim Sterling's channel is the best gaming channel, because that is a person who actually cares about, you know, I can't believe I have to say this, but fun! Video games are supposed to be for fun. And you know what's not fun? A big paywall. Cockblocking you from the fun. Yeah. Fuck microtransactions. Be reasonable, please. Be reasonable. I mean, are we really gonna say things like, oh, please think of EA. Oh, please think of Activision. The billion-dollar super corporations that are super evil and have fucked over so many people. Yeah. Oh, won't somebody please think of Bobby Kotick? Yeah, are we really going there? Some people do, dude. It's fucking stupid. People like that are crazy. Why are you licking the billionaire boot? And the only thing I can really think of, other than, you know, you're an idiot, is fear. You're afraid. You live in a hyper-capitalist world, and you feel like you'll never make any money and survive unless you engage in hyper-capitalist shithead behavior as well. I get it. I'm not that stupid. So, yeah, it's such a fucked up world. There's a lot of pressure to be capitalist. You're forced to live in a capitalist world, for fuck's sake. And because of that reason, you have to engage in a little bit of capitalism to survive. It sucks. It's not the way I would like to run things, but it's just how it is. Because a-holes took over the world a long time ago. So, yeah. Shit-tay stuff. But yeah, this year sucked, right, guys? This year was fucking terrible. Worst year of my life, I think. Yeah, my brother almost died. He got really sick. He got COVID, and he handled that okay, but he caught also typhus, a rare fucking disease that you get from a tick that, like, bit a possum, and then that same tick, like, bit another animal, and then it found Tom, and it bit him. It's extremely rare, but if that happens, you can get what's called typhus, where you, like, break out in fevers really bad. And luckily he got off his ass and finally went to go see a doctor. He didn't want to because it would cost a fucking lot, but he eventually bit the bullet and went because he was feeling so miserable for almost a whole week. So he had to go, and he went. Good thing he did. It cost $3,000 fucking dollars, so that sucks. There goes a whole month's worth of efforts, basically. But yeah, I'm glad he went because he got better. They hooked him up to fluids and stuff and found out what it was. They couldn't figure out for a while because it's so rare and weird and unusual. But yeah, just to give you guys an idea of how rare and unusual his disease was, is 300 people in Texas a year catch this. So it's highly fucking rare. But, you know, my brother, he messes with the cats. He does all the stuff outside with the animals. So there was a chance it could happen, I guess, and it fucking did. So now he's more clean and sanitary with the animals just to be safer. So, yeah, be safer with the animals. But, yeah, that happened to my bro. He almost died from it. Because, yeah, if he didn't go see a doctor, if he waited about a week later, apparently liver failure can happen. So, yeah, it's deadly. Typhus is fucking deadly. The evil tick disease. Don't let ticks or fleas bite your ass, okay? Get them bitches away. They can be far more deadly than an ant bite or a mosquito, okay? And mosquitoes, you gotta watch out for them too. They have weird diseases sometimes, depending on where you live. In my area, apparently, it hasn't been much of an issue, but still, don't let them fuckers run your life. But yeah, guys, this year fucking sucked. All these wars and shit, it's just horrifying. It's demoralizing, right? It's depressing, knowing that humankind is, in 2023, still hasn't learned. Hey, why don't we not kill each other and just have a good time? How about that? But no, we can't have that, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we can't. We gotta kill each other like crazy. Bomb the shit out of each other. What the fucking fuck? And the sad part is most people don't want that, obviously. You saw the poll numbers. It's like fucking 90-something% of the world is like, no, I don't want to be bombed, thank you. But we're doing it anyway. To a bunch of babies and teenagers trapped in a prison city. Tens of thousands of them. What the fucking fuck? You can't even send money and aid. They intercept it, those IDF cocksuckers. So you're just making them richer? Like, that's a thing. It's kind of hard to get your stuff to people who need it over there. Like, what the fuck? It's disgusting. So yeah, I think Scumbag of the Year definitely needs to go to Bibi Netanyahu. And, you can't really just put it all on him. You gotta give it to all the other colonizer country dickhead leaders. Biddy, that's on you. You're a fuck up this year. Trudeau, you're a fuck up this year too. In Canada. Richie Sunak of the UK, yeah, you're a fuck up this year too. Colonizer trash, Zionist trash, racist, Islamophobic fucking monsters, yeah? You guys kill babies. You're down with that. You're okay with that, obviously. It's fucking disgusting. So, yeah, I'm starting to see why people don't vote. You really want to vote for these guys? They kill babies. They don't give a fuck about you. You want anything to do with them in any shape or form whatsoever? Support these dickheads at all? Democratic, Republican, centrist, they're all evil, you know? Like, that's why you want to be a leftist, a socialist, you know? Somebody who's apart from all that shit. Easier said than done, though, I know. We live in a world full of brainwashing, and a lot of people are stupid assholes who put a lot of pressure on you to make you a certain way. I get it. Fucking sucks. We live in capitalism. If you don't make enough money, you're dead. But you're not just dead. The society will slowly torture you to death, chastise you, you know? Like, this is a fucked up world. There's people that are like, I need good health care. I have no legs. I'm fucked. Please help me. And instead of being not just ignored, approached by counter-protester types who will tell that person, oh, you want a handout, legless fucking loser? Huh? Yeah? You want a free ride? Fuck you. That's what this society does. Isn't it fucked up? Not a shred of empathy for anybody with a little bit of bad luck. And then you got crazier shit, like motherfuckers like John Fetterman, who, fucking last year were all like, yo, dog, Medicare for all, man. It saved my life, and it should be there for you if you ever need it. But guess what? Also, let's bomb all those brown children, because fuck them. They're terrorist scum. They need to die. Oh, okay. Some of them are good. Some of those babies are good, and we didn't deserve to bomb them. Oh, well, tough shit. Who cares? Sorry, it's war. Babies get bombed to death in war. What are you gonna do? Duh. What a piece of shit. My God. And then he's becoming anti-immigrant and stuff. Like, I thought this guy was cool, man. Well, not that cool. I knew he was kind of a fucking idiot. Let's get real. His Israel stance wasn't great, but who would have saw him blow up to be this vile? Jesus. And he was, I'm pro-fracking. Stroke Boy over here is pro-fracking, so yeah, he's not great. But, of course, Dr. Oz is way worse. He wants to experiment on people and stuff. He's a fucking mad scientist type. Like, that's disgusting and fucked up. This guy's insane. So we had to choose between a mad scientist and a fucking, brain-dead zombie type. Frankenstein or the... Oh, my God. Yeah, we literally had to choose between the monster and the mad scientist. What the fucking fuck is that? Oh, man, politics sucks. So, like I said, I can understand people wanting to stay out of it. Shit. Voting for a president... Voting for Biden was the only fucking thing... was the only time I ever voted for anybody in politics was for Biddy to dethrone Trump because that guy's such an annoying fucking dickhead. And the worst president I've ever had in my lifetime, basically. Well, I know. I'd argue Bush is worse. But Trump was definitely worse for the U.S. But yeah, Bush was definitely worse for the world, fucking asshole. And he's responsible for us getting fucking dickheads like Trump. So yeah, Bush was definitely the worst. It's just Trump seems like the worst because he's so fucking in your face and won't stop being so fucking annoying. But yeah, you know what I mean. Republican presidents tend to be the worst compared to the Democratic ones. But the Democratic ones are also really bad. They drone strike and border fucking patrol like crazy, doing horrible capitalistic things all the time. Make no mistake. Both sides suck. One's a little better, the Dems, typically. Usually, not all the time. Sometimes there's bursts of, oh fuck, you just did something way worse than what Trump ever did. This Gaza situation is worse than anything Trump ever did. It's totally fucked. Oh, what am I doing? I shouldn't be going this way. Yeah, but the sad reality, though, is if Trump was president right now, he'd be doing the same thing, helping out Bibi, you know? Not doing anything to help push back against bombing all these children. He doesn't care, dude. Treated people like at the border like shit. Fucking dropped the mother of all bombs. Kept drone strikes going. They don't give a fuck, dude. War stuff, we love it. There's a lot of businesses that sell weapons and stuff. Come on. Don't you want to help your local business? By bombing those kids? That's the world we live in. It's fucking depressing. So sorry, this is a very negative video. I'm always very negative, but this is very hyper negative. It's the end of the year, and we're recapping all the hyper negative, stupid bullshit. Oh, I guess I gotta go this way. Yeah, there's so much fucked up shit. It's hard to think of it all and whatnot. And when I do videos like this, I'm just playing a game, looking at the screen. I did not prepare or anything. I'm just talking to you from the brain. Like, still shocked that, well, not shocked really, but like disappointed that we're still bombing the shit out of everybody. Like, what the fuck? America is the worst. This place is the worst. America's the worst. It is. And there's a lot of places that are super fucking bad. Nice. But yeah, guys, what a shit year. Such a bad year. Worst year of my life. Yeah. And, I don't know, man. Just, I spent most of this year just slaving away at work, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm just an average Joe, like most people. I'm not super rich. To sum my life up, is I've always been like borderline poor middle class for most of my life, waiting tables, working at shitty restaurants, just getting treated like shit for the most part in life. Getting not the worst shake ever. I'm not, mining in a fucking mine or getting bombed in Gaza. So yeah, there's that. But definitely not living the good life. I got this foot problem I got to address. But I can't stop working. I got to work all the time. I work like 6 days a week, Like, I get some time off, but I got a lot of other things I got to do, And My foot problem's bad, but it's not the worst thing ever. It's kind of weird. I don't know exactly what's wrong with it. I hope it's not super serious, but like, stuff like that, you know? My brother's got diabetes, and whoa, look at those dogs. And yeah, it's a thing you gotta deal with, and yeah, basically, the point I'm making is I'm scared. I'm scared that I'm not gonna make it in the future. I'm scared I won't have a job in the future. I'm afraid my life's gonna fall apart, and I'll be dead in the next 5 or 10 years or something. That's a legitimate fear in capitalism. If you're not a millionaire, you know, it is. Oh shit! I gotta put on the right thing. There we go. Trying to beat the game again, get my shit up there. See my stats? I'm trying to get that faith to 99. It's gonna take like, 50 hours of gameplay, but whatever. Yeah, I really like this game. But only the unpatched version, because it has all these wacky things you can do. Makes the game interesting. But the patch version, they wanted to make it so that I can't have as much fun, so I play the unpatched version. And I don't play these games online with other people very much because I don't think it's that great online. I don't think the co-op and the PvP is that great. I think it could be, but it's not. It's a big criticism I have of these FromSoft games. Like, y'all should make all this stuff optional. You should include local area networking. You should. This online-only bullshit, fuck you, dude. That's terrible. So I'm not a big fan. I'm not going to really get into it, unfortunately. I'd like to, if they would mitigate those problems, and I've tried to just deal with it. Don't get me wrong, I gave him a chance. Tried to get my brother. Oh no, I died. Oh no, I didn't die. I thought that would kill me. Not bad. What was I saying? Whoa. Slippery walls in this cave. I always love video game hot lava, especially in this game, because it doesn't do shit to you. You're like a god in this game. Suck a dick, video game lava. It doesn't even hurt. What the fuck? Look. Not doing shit. Crazy. But in real life, if you got I think it's like within even 20 feet of lava like that, you could pass out from the fumes. And I think if you get a little bit closer, the heat is so intense that it starts to peel your skin and totally fuck you up, actually. Super fucking hot, Like, you thought you knew hot from hot food you tasted once? No, dude. That's hot. Like, you guys heard about the Chernobyl meltdown? They were spraying that shit down, trying to cool it down for weeks. It was so hot. Shit's fucked up. Oh, I think I'm ready. Let's do it. Yeah, I think that's so funny that all those dumbass Gamergator YouTubers, the fucking dickheads like ActBoy and Angry Joe, the sexist gamers, the racist ones, yeah. Well, I don't think Angry Joe's racist so much, but a lot of them are, it. But anyway, my point is they suck. They're yelly, discount angry video game nerd types. But at least the angry video game nerd is just playing a character. Like, these guys are legit angry fucking nerd losers who bitch about video games online for a living, and they found a cult following amongst the incels. There's a few million man-children out there in the gaming world. They fucking suck. These are bad people. They whine and bitch and complain about every little fucking thing that's stupid to complain about. They don't actually complain about things that really fucking matter. And whenever they do complain about things that matter, because, not all of their fans are complete fucking idiots. A lot of the time the fan base will, have backlash against these dickheads. Why aren't you talking about this? Why aren't you talking about that? So from time to time, dickheads like ActBoy will do the right thing and make a video shitting on microtransactions or something. But does this cocksucker actually give a fuck? Is he truly anti-microtransaction? Keep getting the new COD every year, don't you, dude? Keep fucking buying whatever dumbass thing Halo puts out, right? With 343, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. I don't think you care that fucking much, dog. I think as long as idiots online keep giving you money, you got nothing to fucking actually worry about in life. Not really. Not until some like serious medical problem happens to you or people you care about or something. Then maybe you have something to worry about, but in terms of money, not really. You're good, dude. And I don't think you care about any of this video game shit, really. So, and the main reason I say that is not just because I had these suspicions of these motherfuckers for the longest time and I always just wrote them off as pieces of shit. But because recently it came out that they got caught red-handed. A lot of these dickheads like that, Actboy, took sponsorships with a game called Payday or something like that. And yeah, they just butt-kissed the game completely because, you know, they paid them. And the game has a lot of flaws, and the game not only has a lot of flaws, but there was like this leak recently with Insomniac Games and Sony that proved that a lot of people got fucked over who were behind a lot of these games, and well, dickheads like Actboy have always talked about ethics in games journalism being very important, and here you are, motherfucker, being extremely unethical yourself. Not calling out this horrible treatment of workers in these game studios, you know? Like, you'll call it out when it's Activision or EA from time to time, whenever you feel like it, because people want you to talk about it. But you won't talk about it with certain other video game publishers that you're making deals with, right? See, it's all about me. You never cared about gaming as a whole. You never cared about the gamers as a whole. No. You're full of shit. Super selfish. And like I said, part of me can't blame them. We live in capitalism. Make that fucking money, right? That's the name of the game, right? Make money or you die. So part of me is like, I get it. You got to do what you got to survive. It's fucked up. But the other part of me is like, what you're doing to survive is fucking cringe. It's fucking unhonorable. It's fucking stupid. It's fucking lame. It's fucking like, you're a bad person, man. I can't respect you for doing shit like that. You're clearly a two-faced fucking whack job. Kind of sociopathic. Kind of insane, actually. Like, it would be sane to admit, yeah, I'm a fucking asshole and I scammed all you guys, basically. Sorry. So what? I needed money. What do you want? Horrible world we live in. I'm a fucking piece of shit. Then I'd have a little bit of respect if they said shit like that, right? It's like, okay, at least you're being honest about what a monster you've become. And like I said, it's not 100% their fault. Capitalism often turns you into a monster. It's hard to resist for some people. I get it. Not everybody is as lucky as I am and can be a lefty. Or at least try to be a lefty as much as possible. Like I said, we all live in capitalism, so we all have jobs making money, and some things are exploitative, some things pollute the world, you know? My job pollutes the world a little bit. Nowhere near as much as, like, my buddy Glenn, who I was talking about earlier, who works for BMW, a car company. And capitalism's rules don't even make sense. They're really unfair and bullshit. You telling me I can't start a small fire in my backyard to burn some wood to turn it into potassium for my garden? I can't do that. That's a fire hazard. The what do you call it? HOA, Home Association will get up my ass about it. You're not allowed to do shit like that. They'll fine you. They can threaten to take your home away. Like, what the fuck, dude? But that big fucking factory down the street with the big smoke coming out of it, that's fine, right? They can do that all day long. They can be millions of times more polluting to the atmosphere than I am. They're allowed to do that. Not me, though. I'm not allowed to. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm not allowed to kill children? And in a video game like Fallout 3, remember that debate back in the day? I'm not allowed to do that. But there's rich elites in this world who are allowed to bomb brown children in Gaza whenever they feel like it. That's a thing that they do. Like, what the fuck? If you're gonna bomb a bunch of fucking children, why can't I bomb a bunch of fucking children? Just being fair? I know, I sound sick, right? Like, I'm not fucking serious, of course. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy, pointing out the fucking inequality, pointing out the insanity. That's all I'm doing, okay? Sorry if I come off sounding fucking insane, but it's an insane world, and we got some serious fucked up problems. And an asshole like me can only talk about it and not really do much about it. Try to donate here and there to the right people doing the right cause work, you know? And that's about all you can really do. Unless you, like, give your life for a cause of some sort, but... oh boy, I don't know if I'm there yet. A lot of complicated emotions and feelings surrounding all the issues that we face, you know. And even as bad as elitist rich people are, who are the main dickheads causing all these main problems in our lives, they got problems themselves, and I think it's kind of hilarious. Like, look at Rush Limbaugh, you know, caught cancer one day. Oh, I got cancer. Too late. He's fucking dead. And it's a good thing, too, because he was a bastard and he made the world worse. So, it's not great to celebrate death, but in some rare cases, it kind of is. Oh, thank God for this picket fence. Oh, I'm out of arrows. Uh-oh. Fuck you, dude. These crazy ladies coming at me? Anyways. Man, oh man. But yeah, this year sucked. God, what a bad year. Yep, I spent Christmas and November and December just working mostly, no lifing it up. Basically getting like 5 hours of sleep a day kind of shit. Like, not healthy, not great. Pushing myself a little bit. And yeah, it was nuts. Towards the end, there were motherfuckers who wanted me to even come in on Sunday right before Christmas Day, dude, to do last minute stuff. They were begging, asking, like, I'll pay triple if you take my order. Like, I was tempted because, you know, I gotta make money, capitalist slave. But at the same time, it's like, goddamn, I gotta have a life at some point, have some fun, relax. Jesus Christ. So I was like, no, I am going to sleep in like a baby on Christmas Eve. And I did. I woke up at like fucking 12 or 1 o'clock or some crap. I hadn't done that in many moons. It was nuts. I hate running out of stamina. Alright, good shit. Maybe I should buff my stamina a tad with this build. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I gotta get going here in a little bit. Gotta water the yard, take care of the toddlers, frogs. I fed the cats earlier, they were bitching at me. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. But, man, what a shit year. Oh, I can't stop saying it. Worst year of my life. But yeah, what I was saying earlier, I don't think gaming was so great this year. I really don't. It wasn't completely terrible. And it wasn't the worst year in gaming. I would say that award goes to 2014. That's what I say. 2014 was such a shit year. Good God. The reason I say that is because the Xbox One and the PS4 just came out, and it was their time to shine, to show us what they got. And they showed us nothing. Nothing but online-only, unfinished microtransaction trash. Remember Assassin's Creed Unity, how broken it was? You could see everybody's eyeballs and shit. It was so fucking terrible. Destiny came out. Oh, God. That game... Oh, I wanted that game to be everything, and it turned out to be nothing. That sucks. That was my huge disappointment of 2014. Bungie just went to shit. Total trash company after that. MCC, what could have been the greatest bringing back of the great Bungie Halo games. It could have been the best of that ever kind of experience ever. And it fucking wasn't. It was an unfinished broken mess, and it still kind of is, and they added microtransactions recently, so way to go. And it seems like everything 343 does, they can't seem to do an update without fucking something up or making things worse or forgetting a major component that would have... It's just, it feels... I can't do it, man. I can't give them a chance. They don't do a good enough job. Fuck 343. As much of a Halo fan as I am, and as much as I'd like to get back into Halo more, like a newer Halo game that doesn't suck, it doesn't really exist, so I might as well not even bother. Besides, if I wanted to play the newer Halo games, I'd have to get another platform of some sort for my brother, because they don't have split screen in Halo Infinite. I'd have to get him his own fucking, console or computer to run it, and no, we're not doing that. That's a lot of money for a mediocre game. Mediocre to terrible, I would say. It's not... Yeah, I give Halo Infinite like a 3 or a 4 out of 10. Somewhere around there. Shit, I'd give it probably like a 6 or a 7 if they, got rid of the corporate microtransaction bullshit. The online-only stuff, yeah. And then if they had a decent storyline... Yeah, then I would give it more like a probably 7, 8, maybe even a fucking 9, dude. Maybe. And get rid of the Call of Duty aspects, the sprinting and stuff. No, dude. No, that's not Halo. That's Call of Duty. Halo Reach has sprint, which kind of sucks, but at least it's in the form of an armor ability, and that's a little bit different. You have to make sacrifices if you want other armor abilities, so... It adds to this balance dynamic, So, yeah, that's different. I still didn't like it very much, but at least it's different. But, yeah, now everybody runs in a video game, and it's kind of... Depending on the game, it doesn't always gel well, and in Halo's case, I never felt like it was a good addition. But at least there's modes where you can play Halo where there's no sprint in these new 343 Halo games. So I'm not saying they're completely bad, but I'm just saying they're mostly bad, okay? And I don't really care for it. And I already got Halo games on my 360s and stuff from Bungie that I can still play. And that's good enough for me, so I don't fucking care what 343 is up to. They're not doing a good enough job to entice me, alright? That's my stance, and that's been my fucking stance for like over a decade. So, there you go. Do better, 343, and then maybe you'll get my money. But they love microtransactions. They love unfinished trash. They love glitches, apparently. They're not great at making games, so here we are, dude. I'll play something like Elden Ring instead. But, speaking of Elden Ring, oh my god, the community in Elden Ring is so stupid. I'm glad I don't play online with people in this game. It's not really worth it. It could be great, but for the reasons I stated earlier in this video, it's not great. You know what a game like Elden Ring could really use, and I've been saying this for a million years? A survival mode. Elden Ring Firefight. Dark Souls Firefight. You and a bunch of buddies, you take your builds, and you just go up against an onslaught of super hyper-powerful enemies. And the AI in this game can be pretty brutal and tough. So, dude, fucking make that a thing. People would love it. I know I would, play it non-stop. But no, you're not doing anything like that. I know Bloodborne has something kind of similar to what I just said, so that's cool, but I really wasn't the biggest fan of Bloodborne. I was more of a fan of the Soulsy experience. Bloodborne is more countering, more rolling, you know, no shields, you know. Bloodborne's great and all, but also Bloodborne suffers the same problems of no local area network, it's online only, kind of multiplayer and co-op. That sucks, dude. Like, what are you doing? Games today, I swear to fucking God. Potential to be so great, but because of corporate bullshit, forcing people to buy their own stuff, no split screen, no sharing, no local area network, that kind of thing. It just cuts down on so much fun we could have had otherwise. Thanks a lot, video games and capitalism. Like I said, video games were better when things were more commie. Admit it, guys. If you're a true gamer who's been playing for decades now, you will admit, when you were younger, sleepovers with your friends and whatnot, playing N64 and Xbox, that was the best time you've ever had in video game history. Admit it. That was the best. You had the most fun that way. Although, to be fair, if you're a super rich, lucky asshole in today's gaming world, you can have that experience, actually. Yeah. Did you guys know that, like, I'll give you an example. When Diablo 4 was about to come out, there were a lot of these Twitch streamer type dickheads saying, "Oh my god, it's amazing. I just got done playing it. It's the best thing ever." That kind of thing, right? Like, bro, is it really that good? Holy shit. No, it ain't. And the reason it ain't is because, guess what? The rich gamers got the fancy version of the game. They got the better experience that ran more smooth and felt more finished. Everybody else got a shittier version. Blizzard made sure everybody else's experience wasn't as catered to. What the fuck? So yeah, that's a thing in video games now. Some people have fancy rich boy video games that nobody else has access to. What the fuck is that? You still think capitalism is good for video games? Bullshit. Even now, look at me, a fairly middle-class guy. I got fancy controllers that a lot of you can't afford. Capitalism sucks. We got too much inequality and... yeah, you guys know what I'm saying. I did see some funny ass topics on this game though. People were complaining about invasions in this game, and oh my god, it was pathetic. This guy was saying, "I love PvP in these Souls games, but I hate it in Elden Ring. There's all these gankers, blah blah blah, and they just team up on me." And it's like, it's always been that way. You've always liked it, and it's always been that way, and now all of a sudden you hate it in this one, even though it's been that way this whole time. Like, God, you're fucking stupid. Man, there's some dumb people making some dumb fucking topics on GameFAQs, I swear to God. And it is entertaining to see them, you know, like, holy shit, gaming has no hope. These are the kinds of people we're dealing with here. So, yeah. So, yeah, I think gaming sucked this year for the most part, honestly. I wasn't too impressed. Not everything was terrible, though. Like I said, it was better than 2014, at least. But, yeah, I wasn't too impressed. Sorry. Especially in I don't even think we should be celebrating, like, how great gaming was in 2023 when there were so many strikes and layoffs and fucked up shit like that going down. Like, dude. But, what are you gonna do, man? Well, I'll tell you what you can do. You can donate to the right charities and stuff, but that's about as much as you can do. Without, you know, sacrificing your life in a major way to help deal with the world's problems against capitalism. But yeah, I'm just gonna skip this guy. So yeah, guys, it's been a shit year, and I hope the next one's better, but it probably won't be, unfortunately. But, you know, you just deal with what you gotta deal with, you know? Like, my mom's getting older, she's got health issues, and she's probably not gonna be with me much longer, and yeah, that's gonna suck ass and be a big life change. I already lost my dad, gonna lose my mom in the next 5 to 10-ish years. Hopefully she lives longer than that. We'll see. She's 69, so she outlived George Carlin. But anyway, wish you guys the best this next coming year. Hopefully you don't take too many fucking L's. I know we all will, but hopefully not too many. And yeah, good luck with everything, everybody. Shit.